Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to Sports Authority Stadium here in Parker, Colorado for tonight's very first Chaparral Wolverines varsity girls game between Dakota Ridge. We're going to pause now to listen to the starting 11 and the national anthem.
Number 7, Amy Fisher. Number 8, Maddie Gutierrez. Number 9, T-Man Tran. Number 10, Marina Henshaw. Number 11, Emily Hansen. Number 12, Courtney Longboat. Number 14, Katie Harley. Number 16, Anna Rondell. Number 18, Erica Ludermaker. Number 23, Amber Shoshow. Number 37, Izzy Cannon. And we're the Dakota Ridge women's soccer head varsity coach, Coach Ryan Miller. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the starting lineup for the Chaparral Wolverines. Number 1, Carrie Blazak. Number 2, Sydney Mullen. Number 3, Heather Miyazawa. Number 4, Tessa Boulay. Number 7, Rock Lafitte. Number 8, Anna Hosfeld. Number 9, Elliot Edwards. Number 10, Aubrey Martinez. Number 11, Alan Schlegel. Number 12, Maria LaFleur. Number 13, Anna Crawford. Number 14, Avery Martinez. Number 15, Addie Almeida. Number 16, Amanda Peak. Number 17, Claire Conrad. Number 18, Allie Swain. Number 19, Katie Evans. Number 20, Katie Hogan. Number 21, Ava Wilson. Number 22, Tori Barnaby. Number 23, Hannah Hyatt. Number 29, McKenna Wilson. And Janet Sander, your goalkeeper. Chaparral High School girls varsity soccer is coached by Kelsey Ferguson and assisted by Kat Donovan. Go Shap! Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's about time for Chaparral Soccer. First varsity game of the year, one of a few that we have planned going on. And coming into tonight's game, Ryan, what do you expect?
Well, last year's success from the Wolverines side, I mean, making it to the Elite Eight, it was a really good year last year, and they didn't lose much. They have most of the same team, so that chemistry's stronger. New faces on the team too. I think today's going to be a good way to start off the year.
I think so too. I think Chaparral is favored to win this game. I think most people would be a bit depressed, to say the least, that they would lose to Dakota Ridge. But nonetheless, I guess upsets do happen wherever you go, and Dakota Ridge has a chance to pull that one off tonight in the first game of the season.
And in any sport, you could get an upset no matter how big or how small the upset is. It's always on the table.
No doubt about that. We apologize for not live streaming like we thought we would tonight. We had a new system for production, and as everything has fallen onto the tables, it's still not completely fully there. So we apologize for that. This will be uploaded as soon as we can. Night skies, cooling off after a hot day, in all honesty. Very hot outside, and I think that turf's still going to be radiating some of that heat. But nonetheless, it's about time for some soccer.
Yeah, and Dakota Ridge to take the opening kickoff, center field. I'm excited for this good year.
As am I. Tonight, Ryan Crothers will be your play-by-play man. I will be color commentary. And Grayson Sargent is our faithful cameraman for tonight.
And Dakota Ridge starts with the ball. Through pass gets intercepted by Chaparral as they kick it out of bounds, trying to clear. As the throw-in gets headed out of bounds, and that's going to be a goal kick for Chaparral as Carrie Blasak will take it, Chaparral's goalie, because they're starting.
Yeah.
And the pass up to Elliot Edwards, and Edwards sends it through to Allie Schlegel. Schlegel's in, brings it into the box, all by herself. Schlegel shot, saved by the goalie, rebound, and it goes wide.
What a save right off the bat. I thought she was gone. She had that breakaway chance, and credit Dakota Ridge's goalie. She saved an almost certain goal tonight.
Yeah, holy cow, what a save by Pavlova. Diving out with that leg as she, on the goal kick, kicks it right to Hannah Hyatt, who heads it back to Miwazawa, who plays it back to the goalie. Sometimes you have to do that in soccer.
Absolutely. A goalie's a person, too. You can definitely pass to them.
And now Hannah Hyatt passes it out. Trying to go for another through to Schlegel. Schlegel passes it back to Edwards. Edwards trying to get Sid Mullen on the through and successfully does so. Mullen looks for the pass. Chaparral brings it into the box, and it's stolen away. Great play by the Dakota Ridge defender there. As Chaparral's going to get a throw in. Miwazawa to take it. So now Chaparral looking for that cross into the box. There it is. And the goalie got it, and a goal! Wow, what a crazy goal there for Elliot Edwards.
That took nearly no time at all, less than 3.5 minutes to get that first goal of the game. Chaparral, we were talking about, going to be heavy favorites, I think, for the Chaparral players, the girls themselves, that they don't make a deep run into the playoffs. This year, I think that will be a disappointment to them. And right off the bat, one goal.
Yeah, and a crazy play by the goalkeeper for Dakota Ridge. When you commit to a cross into the box, you have to either punch it away or grab it. She went to grab it and dropped it right to the foot of Elliot Edwards, who put it in to the empty net. And it is 1-0 Chaparral High School here. like Reagan said, just 3 minutes into the game, and now it's Dakota Ridge trying to equalize. They send it into the box, but miscommunication there as Blazak will get the ball for Chaparral.
Chaparral playing aggressively. They've been on the attack all night long. And do you think this Chaparral team has the stamina to withhold that attack all night long, or do you think they're going to try to open a lead early and just kind of sit back at that point?
They've been training all off season, and I think the speed that they have, I think they'll have the stamina for most of the game, and then that's why you have your subs too.
Eagles have not really been really pressing attack. In fact, they've been on defense all night long, and Chaparral is really starting to take advantage of the fact that Dakota Ridge is having such a tough time going on offense.
Exactly, and now Chaparral with some possession, and now Miyazawa's bringing it on the attack, the left back. Her pass gets blocked by Elliott Edwards, but Elliott keeps it. Trying to rub off the defender, but the defender gets the best, and then Edwards gets it right back. What a steal by Edwards. And now the cross into the box. Ooh, just too much. The goalie almost dropped that again. That would have been twice, and that would have been the Chaparral player right there for the easy doorstep goal. Is now Miyazawa. Pass to Hannah Hyatt, who's going to bring him onto the attack again. And Schlegel, oh my goodness, what a move by Schlegel. She's in. Another good move, brings it into the box. Great defense there to get her off the ball on a great play by Allie Schlegel.
Absolutely no doubt about that. Emily Hansen on the defense, and she just completely got Allie off the ball and made sure that Chaparral did not have another great scoring chance at that moment.
I mean, especially with a player like Schlegel, she'll hurt you. And now Dakota Ridge going on the attack, and what a play by Allie Swain to pass it back to the goalie to avoid any threat. And now the pass up to the midfielder goes out of play, and Sid Mullen will give it to Miyazawa for the throw-in. Hyatt. Pass gets intercepted, and Dakota Ridge will try and maintain some possession to get a scoring chance. And now good aggression by Chaparral defensively. As a good move there by Tron. A good pass. And they're just passing it around looking for a good opportunity, but Chaparral is not letting them get that opportunity.
No, Chaparral is making sure that they're sticking right onto the Eagles, all of their players tonight, and Chaparral is just, we're 7 minutes into this game, and Chaparral has looked the dominant team, no doubt about that. The first game of the season, we should remind you, for both these teams tonight, and Chaparral has looked like they've already had a few games under their belt tonight.
Yeah, the concern before this game was if Chaparral would to be rusty heading into the first game of the year, but goal in the first 3 minutes, they haven't shown any signs of rust.
No doubt about that. We were talking to a few people who are close to the Chaparral team, and they're stating that Chaparral was probably going to be a little rusty coming in, like a lot of teams are when it's the very first game of the season, that they want to be playing their absolute best. And right now, they're dominating this Dakota Ridge Eagle team, and I think if this is what they look like rusty, I think Chaparral's going to have a great season.
And now,
oh, what a move.
A pass into the middle, and the defender will be the first to get there. But now Rafiq on the ball. Gives it out to Tessa Boulay, who sends it into the box. Headed by Sid Mullen, and that gets cleared, but right to Hannah Hyatt as Rafik has it now. Good move there, trying to shrug off the defender, and the shot! What a save.
What a great shot. You could see the arc there, and great placing for the Dakota Ridge goalkeeper, and it prevented another Chaparral goal.
Looks easy, but trust me, folks, it was not as easy as it looks. It's now a bad pass there by Miyazawa, but this defending has been spectacular all night as the through ball goes to the outside, cross into the middle. Good move, but gets too far ahead of her.
I think she may have been trying to just stop that ball, and I think it may have just taken a weird roll off of her ankle and went out for a goal kick.
Soccer balls do weird things when you get curves on them.
I remember if we flash back 6 years now, oh my, it's a long time ago. 6 years when the World Cup was in South Africa, they had those newly designed balls, and there's so much controversy over the grooving and the way the balls were designed that these players were complaining that they couldn't kick the ball and shoot correctly at all.
Yeah, there was a lot of controversy over that, but Spain got the best of the world in that World Cup.
Spain looked like a team that could not be stopped at all, and they couldn't be.
And now Rafik to the through to Sid Mullen. Can Sid Mullen beat the defender? Looks like no, but what a play by Sid Mullen. Can she get there? No, the defender will clear it up, but what a play by Sid Mullen. And now the pass from Miyazawa to Schlegel. Schlegel's cheeky little back heel gets taken away, and Edwards shot. Oh my goodness!
No!
What a goal by Elliot Edwards! 2-0. Oh my goodness!
I can't believe that just happened. Oh,
wow! That she made something out of nothing right there. Holy cow! What a goal there by Elliot Edwards, and that is her second of the night. What a way to start off the year.
We're 10 minutes in, or we're about 11 minutes into this now. She already has 2 goals. She could have not only a hat trick, I'm going to take away some box lacrosse terminology here, a sock trick by the end of this, which is 6 goals. She's definitely on pace for making 8 right now if she's scoring 2 in 10 minutes. Man, my math is not good. 16 goals. She's on pace of scoring 16 goals. There we go. 2-0 Chaparral. 28:46 left to play in this first half. Dakota Ridge already looks out of it.
And you have to go back to that great play by Sid Mullen. The pass was looking like the defender is just going to pass it back to the goalie, but Sid Mullen got there, took the ball away, and then the defender got there, but Sid's pressure made the defender make a mistake. And then Schlegel's pass to Edwards, and Edwards with a beautiful goal. Oh my goodness, I can't get over that shot.
I can't believe that went in. I thought there was no way. There was no way that shot was going to go in, and lo and behold, Schlegel has her second goal of the night.
And now some good aggressive play, but there's going to be a foul called on Rafik there for an elbow to the defender.
Not sure if you can hear this, but fans are talking right now, and a father's very confused about what's going on. Oh, here's a chance.
And Swain couldn't trap the ball properly, but it is okay. That great defensive back four that Chaparral has, and look at that, we're already on the attack. And now the pass goes up. Can Schlegel beat the goalie? No, the goalie comes out 30 yards from the goal line to get that ball and clear it up, and now here comes Dakota Ridge, but taken away by Miyazawa, and then Dakota Ridge is back on it. Now centering, pass back, and great defense there by Swain and Hyatt, double teaming the forward to get the ball back for Chaparral, but here comes Dakota Ridge. Nice through there. Can she get there before it goes out? She will. Looks for the cross, gets deflected by Miwazawa. And now we have a goal kick for Chaparral.
Would like to take this time right now to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Kunjani Coffee and by Chaparral Deca, both great things. Chaparral Deca, incredible. Kunjani Coffee. Is there any place better to get coffee, Ryan?
No, there is not.
Great place. Stop by there. We've got a lot of new drinks. They got a lot of new drinks rolling out, and boy, are they fantastic. Kunjani, stop by there today or tomorrow. Just do it.
Now Chaparral on the attack. Rafiq, oh, what a move there. Get around the defender, the through to Sid Mullen. Watch out for that speed, but the goalie will get there first.
A pass went right by Sydney Mullen. She's not letting up.
She is all over the place today, for sure. Dakota Ridge now looking for some chances. They've had some attack this game, but just can't seem to get any good chances. And a good move there by Sid Mullen. She even tripped up on the defender's foot and got back up, maintained possession of the ball. And the through ball attempt goes right through everyone to the goalie. Blazak might be her hardest save of the night, and it was easy. And now a good play by Boulay to keep that in. Hyatt up to Boulay. Boulay back to Swain. To Hyatt. Hyatt to Boulay. Boulay's cross all the way to Sid Mullen. Mullen will try and get there, but the defender will get the best of that opportunity. And now it's back to Hyatt, who sends it up to Schlegel. Schlegel's into the box, looking for the centering pass, and a good deflection there. As if that was not deflected, Mullen was right there, 10 yards away, doorstep goal, but a good deflection by the defender of Dakota Ridge. Edwards pass to Rafiq. Out to Miwazawa. All the way up to Mullen on the through. Can she keep it in? She will not be able to. As on this turf, who knows where the ball is going to bounce. And unfortunately there for Mullen, it bounced out. Now clearing attempts blocked. Causes a bad clearing attempt by Dakota Ridge, and a good play by McKenna Wilson and Heather Miwazawa. And now Edwards' pass gets deflected. Good move there by Dakota Ridge. And the pass up for the forward, who sends it out to the midfielder. And for the through ball attempt, but it is too much for her. As we're about to get 2 subs for Dakota Ridge. Not quite yet, though, as here's Hyatt bringing it down. Hyatt's going to look for that. Ooh, nice move there by Hyatt. She gives it over to Mullen. Mullen up and out by a ways.
Chaparral, though, I mean, they're still trying their hardest to get that next goal, and 23:30 left to play in the first half, and we're only in the first half, and Chaparral still trying to open up a 3-goal lead, which is very impressive that they still have not let off the gas, even though they have a very comfortable lead not even halfway through the first half.
As Tron and Wambolt will get subbed out for Dakota Ridge, trying to get some fresh legs out there to spark some offense for Dakota Ridge. Now it's with Rafiq. All the way up. Ooh, good play there by Wandel. And now it's up to McKenna O'Keefe. And Hyatt will pass it back to Wilson. Wilson's pass up to Schlegel. Schlegel's header goes wide. And then off the bad trap there, Schlegel gets the ball back. She's looking good attack. I mean, it's just so fascinating to watch Schlegel play. She's just so good. And so is the rest of this entire Chaparral team. They have some great potential to go far this year.
I would not be surprised at all if Chaparral ended up making it all the way to the final round, and if not even winning it. I think for this year, head coach Kelsey Ferguson has definitely trained her players very well, and their discipline and their teamwork is showing tonight. That is for sure.
And now Miyazawa's pass up to Mullen was a little too much, and then the clearance attempt by Wilson is taken away, and then the through ball intercepted by Miyazawa, who sends it up to Mullen. Mullen with a beautiful pass to Rafiq. As she takes it in, look at that speed, good speed there, and then outlet pass to Boulay, and a good cross, or a shot, I should say, easy save for goalkeeper Pavlova. As now her punt will take the distance of the whole field, and we'll have some goalie keep away as Blazak will get that and roll it out to the defenders. Miyazawa's pass gets intercepted, and here comes Dakota Ridge. Now it's Radishak out to Martin. Martin's cannot keep it in as it's going to be a goal kick. A good opportunity there, but the ball just slips out.
Dakota Ridge looked like they had a sign of life right there, but maybe, just maybe, they were starting to get back into it, and as quickly as those signs of life began, it sputtered right on out.
And the next time the ball goes out, we'll have 3 subs for Chaparral. But right now, it's Dakota Ridge on the attack, and the back 4 gets the better of it. Now it's back to Dakota Ridge.
Now, Ryan, can you explain tonight what type of offense or what type of team Chaparral is running tonight via attacking defensemen and midfielders tonight?
It looks like they're running a 4-3-2-1, but a defensive formation. They have Schlegel up top. They might also be running a 4-3-3 with the 2 wingers playing back more defensive. But needless to say, whatever it is, it's working. As under 20 minutes to go in this first half, it's 2-0 Chaparral over Dakota Ridge. And now the ref wanted to play some soccer along with the girls, and he deflected that pass.
Referees try everything they can to get out of the way, but many times, especially in sports where that ball is always bouncing around or puck or whatever it may be, can't get out of the way of them all.
And now it's with Schlegel, and her touch gets too much away from her. And now some great defense there. And here comes Dakota Ridge trying for any attack, but Wilson is there and gives it up to Hyatt, who sends it to Mullen. Here's a chance for Chaparral, but Mullen's pass to Schlegel is too much. And Pavlova will look to punt it away, and jeez, she has a good punt.
Her kicks are shocking, and you know, high school level, you expect a few far people that can kick, but her leg is incredible for just being in high school.
And now looking for that through ball, but a good play there by Swain. She'll just dribble it out of bounds, but that is a smart play. Now Radishak with the throw in and headed away by Hyatt, and now it's for Freak. And now a bad trap there as here comes Chaparral. Schlegel's pass to Mullen. Mullen brings it in. Pass up. Can Schlegel get there before the goalie? This is going to be a good race, and the goalie, Pavlova, wins that. And will pass it to Chaparral's goalie, Blazak. And now it's with Swain.
That was a very, very risky move, and I'm kind of surprised that she did that. It paid off in the end, so give her credit for that, but that was really risky. But I guess when you're down 2-0 so early on, got to be taking some risks now.
Exactly. Now 3 subs will come on for Chaparral, as we have Sid Mullen will go out. And to replace her will be Burnaby. And Hosfield will also come on. And now it's with Schlegel. Feeds it out to Boulay, who crosses the field to Miyazawa. To Rafik the Freak. Hosfield. To Rafik. And the Rafik shots goes just wide. And the goalie, after seeing a beautiful shot by Edwards earlier in the game, she's not taking any chances.
From so far away, that was an incredible shot, just wide left, but can't fault her for trying there. I mean, it seems like everything Chaparral's been shooting has gone on net or near net, and just like that one, close but no cigar.
Now thrown by Dakota Ridge. Strongly contested is a good play there to force a throw in. As that was Lefleur for Chaparral. The third sub that just came on.
14:35 left to play in this first half of soccer. The Eagles have probably spent at least, I'd have to say close to 20 minutes on their own side.
Yeah, it's been all Chaparral, and here we go again as the pass from Elliot Edwards to Schlegel, who sends it all the way up, and just too much. Oh, it was an offside called on Burnaby. And she did look a bit offside to me. Got an early jump start to that through ball by Schlegel.
And whenever you see a girl or a player or anyone out that far ahead of the entire defensive back line, you got to raise an eyebrow and be like, was she offsides or is she just that fast? And that time she was offsides.
Now Dakota Ridge trying to get some offense. Headed away by Swain, and then Swain kicks it out of bounds. Now Dakota Ridge looking for a scoring chance. They've had the ball in the offensive zone some of the time, but they cannot find a chance at getting that clean sheet off the board. Now the goal kick by Blazak. Up and away to Elliot Edwards, who with a good move there to get away from the defender and pass it all the way back to Wilson, who will feed it outside to Miwazawa, to Burnaby.
There's definitely been a change of pace in this game. Chaparral now starting to play that more defensive angle to everything. And Dakota Ridge, I think they're finally deciding that, hey, it's about time that we probably should start turning it on when they're starting to lay off the gas a bit.
And that's exactly what they need to do, down 2-0 with just 12 minutes to go in this first half. And 2 early goals by Elliott Edwards, a doorstep on a bad attempt at a catch by the goalie, and then a beautiful shot by Elliott Edwards. And that is why we're at a 2-0 affair. And now here comes Dakota Ridge, possessing the ball a little bit. And it gets stolen away by Boulay. We'll feed it up to Edwards.
Oh, Chaparral has a chance here.
And a beautiful pass there to Burnaby, who looks. Goalie came out a bit. And oh, the shot goes through the goalie's legs, but Pavlov got a hand on it and picked it up. As you could see what Burnaby was trying to do, she was trying to chip the goalie maybe, or get that cross in, because Pavlov was really out of her line. She should have been closer to the goal in a situation like that, but she made the save. That's all that matters.
Pavlova, like you said, or Pavlova, correct? Like you've said, she's had a few shots that she should have saved, or that really should have been easy saves, but she's also had shots like that second goal from Chaparral that no goalie is going to be able to get to. I mean, top shelf, no way. But
and Edwards' a shot trying to go for the hat trick in the first half. Goes right to Pavlova, and a good save there.
The Pavlova's just seemed to have a tough time holding on to that ball, and it's caused a lot of scares for Dakota Ridge, and you can just kind of feel it, like that air just kind of tenses up when you're just kind of shot that Pavlova just didn't get that save as like everyone thought she would. She's a great goalie for Dakota Ridge, so the way she's playing tonight is very uncharacteristic for her.
And here comes Rafik the Freak, dribbling it down, looking for that through ball. She'll just run by all the defenders, and with the shot, oh, what a save by Pavlova to knock that beautiful shot wide.
What again, from Rafik, what an incredible shot from such a great distance. And what a save by Pavlova. She had to fully extend all the way out there, and she made an incredible save, which probably should have been a goal. Now Chaparral gets a corner from everything.
And Wilson to take the corner off a beautiful shot by Rafik the Freak, and a great save by Pavlova. Corner goes in, and it's headed away. And now maybe on the counters as forward for Dakota Ridge. Probably thought there was another forward up there, but there wasn't. Now the through ball taken away by Miyazawa. And Pavlova will come out outside of the box, but bring it in to pick up the ball. And will roll it out to her defender. And the pass upfield goes out of bounds as Chaparral will get a throw in. Miyazawa to take it. And a good play there as Edwards pass.
Looked like Edwards had missed the ball a bit on that pass attempt.
Looked like she hit the top of the ball with her actual cleats on the bottom. And now the clearance attempt gets blocked wide, and Chaparral will get a throw-in.
7:47 left to play in this first half of action. Your Chaparral Wolverines lead 2-0 against the Dakota Ridge Eagles. Who would like to take the time to remind you that this game is sponsored in part by Kunjani Coffee and Chaparral Dakota. Kunjani Coffee, great place to sit down, have a nice latte, rolling out new drinks every single day, it seems. And it's always awesome when you want something new. They're going to have something you've never even heard of, but it tastes great. Chaparral Dakota, of course, our business club at our school, and they do some quite amazing things as well.
And we're going to get a foul called. As Wilson to boot it all the way up to Hogan, but it just goes above her head.
Dakota Ridge, give them credit, though. They're spending much more time in the Chaparral end of the field.
And now a turnover as a chance, a shot. What a save there by Blazak, and a good shot by O'Keefe.
You know, what I really liked about that was that she knew the shot was going wide, and yet she still dove to make that save just for extra security. And that's what you want to see out of your goalkeeper, even if they know the shot's going wide.
You can never take chances in the sport of soccer.
Oh, you never know when that ball's going to have a weird bounce.
Ooh. Looked close from our angle, but where the ball landed, it looked more of a shankopotamus there by the Dakota Ridge forward. So now Dakota Ridge will sub out 2 of their players to get in some fresh legs for the last 5 minutes and 46 seconds to go in the first half. Chaparral leads 2-0, excuse me. Both goals by Elliot Edwards. And Hogan with the ball to Rafiq, who looks for the through all the way up to Burnaby, who's in, onside, in the box, shot. Oh, what a save as she tipped it wide, and by wide I mean just wide. I thought that was going to hit the post, but wow, what a save.
Pavlov, I think, just need to get those first game jitters out of the way. She's just starting to really show how good she can be. Another tough shot that she barely got a hand on, but she got the hand on nonetheless and prevents another goal.
And now Wilson for the corner kick. Looking for a better one, and it just goes over Swain's head. Now Chaparral with a throw-in to Boulay, who flicks it over her head smoothly, but the defender will get there first and clear it up. And Wilson will pass it back to Blazak, who will come all the way out, boot it up to Dakota Ridge, and try and get on the attack. Bad pass there, and a bad trap by Edwards. She didn't like that trap, but she can't be mad at herself, when she's had a game like this, just lights out. And now Dakota Ridge on the attack, and a little miscommunication, but O'Keefe is in with the ball, and she slips, passing it back, and the ball will go out of play.
Now, Ryan, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Now, some people compare hockey and soccer to be very similar sports, and some consider them completely different. But in hockey, when a team is down by 1, 2, and many times 3 goals, they'll pull their goalie out for an extra attacker. In soccer, of course, you can't just pull out your goalie and then bring up an extra attacker, but you can bring up your goalie to act as a player. Why don't we see that as much, or why don't we see that hardly at all in soccer?
Well, it's just so easy to lose possession of the ball, and these players can kick it the length of the field, and plus you need someone back there for safety precautions. But a lot of times when it comes late in the game and a team needs a goal and they get a corner kick, they'll send their goalie up there and try and get a heading goal. But right now Burnaby's in, and they just love giving her those through balls to the outside, but she loses it. But as we were talking about earlier, a lot of times, or most of the time, when they need a goal, teams will send their goalie all the way up on a corner kick. And on a couple occasions, you actually see the goalie score on that corner kick, and you're just thrilled because, holy cow, they're saving goals all game, and here they are at the end of the game. They're scoring a goal to tie it up.
But why don't you think that happens more, especially in these games where win or go home, aggregate or nothing? It seems like we would expect to see that a lot more than what actually happens. And I don't know, I find it a smart idea because I feel like if you're down by one, you're either going to be tied or you're going to lose those 2 points anyway. So what's the risk with that? Or is it just kind of a soccer tradition to where you usually just keep your goalie behind on defense?
Well, a lot of the times on corner kicks, if the team with the corner kick, as speaking of corner kicks, Wilson will take it right now, but the team with the corner will, the defending team will get the ball and go on a counterattack with more numbers than the opposite team, and that's when, and if you're only down by one, say, or two, and say Dakota Ridge, if they got a corner right now, I can't see them doing that because it's still the first half and there's a chance for that counterattack. And now Edwards in the box looking for a shot as it goes away from her feet.
Under
1 minute remaining.
offsides.
Offside is called on Burnaby.
Burnaby, though, I mean, she's hustling. She doesn't have that skill, but speed. But what she lacks in that, she has an immense amount of skill, and these through balls are going right to her.
Yes, and that's what they use with Mullen and Boulay, and it's worked for their advantage, and Boulay will be called offsides. Speak of the devil.
Yeah. Chaparral, though, has much speed as we approach halftime, and the good guys up by 2.
2 goals by Elliott Edwards. One was absolutely pretty. One was a mistake by the goalie. Doesn't matter how we got there. What matters is it's 2-0 Chaparral heading into halftime.
We'll take our halftime break, and when we come back, we'll have the second half of action. Thank you for watching this presentation of Chaparral High School Sports on the Chaparral Broadcasting Network.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Climb higher with Chaparral Deca. With nearly 215,000 international members, we challenge you to be the leaders of tomorrow's business world. Learn practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Travel the country, meet business professionals, and get a leg up on your college application. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Chap Deca. Join us now or work for us later.
Welcome back to the second half of Dakota Ridge and Chaparral High School as we start the second half. 2-0 Chaparral over Dakota Ridge. 2 goals by sophomore Elliot Edwards. As we've seen some good goaltending by Pavlova, Dakota Ridge's goaltender, and we've seen some bad goaltending by Pavlova. How do you think this second half will play out for her?
I think Pavlova will see her second half of the first half self, more so we saw the first half of the first half self. That's a mouthful to say, but I think it was all first game jitters, and I think our first game jitters, and I think she's finally settled herself in. I think we'll be in store for another good half from her.
And Chaparral starting this half off with the kickoff, and they'll pass the ball around in the back four, and Miyazawa gives it up. And now Dakota Ridge goes on the offensive. They pass it back, and Wimbolt, her pass skyrockets out of bounds. Miyazawa to Hyatt on the throw-in. And now, a good move there by Wilson as the forward came in close. And now a turnover there as O'Keefe will bring it in. O'Keefe, good move and a shot and save by the goalie. Holy cow, what a save there. Plazak, oh my goodness. A great save there, and now we'll see the first corner of the game. No, excuse me, the second corner of the game for Dakota Ridge. Corners in, and ball's bouncing around, and craziness comes. The cross is back in, and that's going to sail over everyone's head, and the heart attacks can stop on Chaparral's side.
Oh, Dakota Ridge, golden opportunity there. They just couldn't convert, but boy, were they trying as hard as they could.
Yes, and this half, so far, the first 2 minutes of it, has been all Dakota Ridge, and here they are with another steal. And now Rafiq the Freak will get the ball, but Hannah Hyatt was fouled, and they'll call it back instead of playing it on. Wilson to take the free kick.
I think this half we'll almost see in a complete opposite of what we saw first half. I think Chaparral will be playing defensive nearly all the way through, and I think Dakota Ridge, especially since they're rejuvenized from halftime, will get that chance to really start attacking.
And now through ball, just goes too much for Schlegel and or Mullen. Looked like it was more towards Schlegel. But the clearance out of bounds, and now Mullen to take the the throw in. And Miyazawa will get the throw in again for Chaparral, and her throw in trying to be a through ball kind of throw in for Mullen, but goes out of bounds for a goal kick. Pavlova sends it. Not like her punts. Her kicks aren't as strong and powerful as her punts are, but the ball goes back to her. And now a little Shankopotamus on that punt. And what a move there by Elliot Edwards, and Schlegel with the move. She's going to maybe bring it into the box. Looks for that cross. There it is. Right there for Rafiq the Freak, and then the pass. The shot goes just high for Sid Mullen. What a golden opportunity. 3 forwards for Chaparral, 1 defender who got lost in Neverland in the box, so it was just the goalie. Rafiq couldn't get a handle on it, so she passed it to Mullen. And that just got away from her as it goes high.
I think in regards to Sydney Mullen's shot, I think that's just first game jitters. I think, oh my, here's my real first golden opportunity to score. And I think kind of like, especially what we see in hockey, they get these one-timing chances, and then they just don't calculate correctly, or they get too excited, and what happens? Ball goes over the post.
And now Dakota Ridge on the counterattack. A beautiful through ball. And she's going to look for the cross in the box or the shot. And oh, what a save.
They're going to call that, a save from Chaparral. It'll be a corner for Dakota Ridge.
Wow, what an opportunity there, and a good shot, but a better save. And wow, just like that, a counterattack. That's how deadly they are.
Oh, Dakota Ridge is looking much like Chaparral did. They're going right at the heart of Chaparral's defense, and brings up the questions, is Chaparral just playing super conservative, or is the Chaparral defense cracking under pressure when pressure is actually applied?
Now the corner kick will sail over the first forward's head, but they'll maintain possession, and then she plays a little dummy, her pass back, and she loses track of the ball, but they'll get the throw-in. Now, I'm not sure.
No idea what that was going towards.
Yeah, that was she might have been trying to split the defenders on purpose, or she slipped. The ball slipped out of her hands. But, oh, what a play by Edwards to get that ball and sends it to Rafik. She's going to try and a good little step in there by the Dakota Ridge defender, and now it's with Avery Martinez to Boulay to Rafik, an aggressive play there by Dakota Ridge. Now it's with Boulay, though. He's going to try and with the through all the way to Mullen. But, what a steal by Schlegel. She's in. She takes too many touches, and it's a goal!
Give her the hat trick!
Goal for Schlegel. That's actually probably going to be counted as an own goal, but
my apologies on the hat trick thing. Got a bit too excited there, but nonetheless, beautiful play from Chaparral.
Schlegel with the steal brings it in. A little too many touches there, but she went for the pass across the goal to Sid Mullen, and the defender there knocked it into her own net. As it is now 3-0 Chaparral with 33 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the game.
I think if you're Dakota Ridge, I think you have to do something. I mean, that was no angle whatsoever to get that ball through the goal. Pavlov should have been right on it, and she allowed it to go by her, and her defender was just trying to do anything to stop that ball. Wrong place, wrong time, or unless Chaparral, right place, right time, and Chaparral now has a 3-0 lead.
And now we'll probably see more defensive from Chaparral and more offensive for Dakota Ridge. But right now, Avery Martinez will take the throw-in. Her throw-in goes to Hannah Hyatt, who headed it to the fans in the stands. And it is going to be a Dakota Ridge throw-in. Now, good throw-in there as a strong play, but a good play by Hannah Hyatt, making up for that header with a great defensive play. And now Schlegel with a very pretty trap there, running by the defender, and a good step in there. Sid Mullen with the ball. And she gets backtracked by the defender, who then clears it down, and Allie Swain has it for Chaparral, and her pass gets intercepted.
Chaparral definitely hanging back, but when they get those chances, those breakaway opportunities, they're definitely trying to capitalize on it. And I like the way they're playing right now. They're hanging back, but once that opportunity arises to attack, you see the midfielders just move up right with them, giving them extra support.
And a very cheeky little back heel there by Schlegel almost worked. But, oh, she loves that back heel. We've seen that now 2 times, maybe 3 times in this game. And
You know, coaches got to hate it when it doesn't convert. But her back heels have just looked on target. She knows what she's doing. She's not being flashy with them. That's the important thing. She's using them very, very well, and it's cutting apart the Dakota Ridge defense, that's for sure. Surgically, you may say.
And now a bad pass and a good play there by Dakota Ridge, but the pass will go too much.
You know, I'm kind of surprised right now, though. We're only seeing real 2 attacking forwards for Dakota Ridge. I think at this point you'd be almost all-out attack against Chaparral, but it's still not the case.
And Dakota Ridge is running a 4-4-2, but down 3-0 with just 30 minutes to go. You have to, like you said, Reagan, you have to go offensive here. But now it's with Edwards looking for a hat trick, and her through ball to Boulay gets stolen away, but then some sloppy play by Dakota Ridge in the pass. Now it's with Edwards, shot for the hat trick, bounce! Oh, wow, Pavlova. Man, she just cannot
catch a break.
Catch a break, catch a ball, take your pick. As they're trying to get that shot handled by Elliott Edwards.
Her face has to be stinging right now. You can only imagine getting hit by anything hurts when it's right in the face, let alone a soccer ball when temperatures are starting to drop.
And a foul there. And Chaparral will get the free kick. It will be taken by McKenna Wilson. She boots it up, maybe probably not where she wanted to go with that, as it went right to Dakota Ridge, but the trap was seeming more of a pass to Chaparral's goalie, and a beautiful
what a boot.
punt, and there's Schlegel in on a break, and she gets tripped from behind. That's going to be a foul, and we might see a card. We should see a card.
I can't believe, you know, I don't know if there's a smart foul, something you'd call a smart foul in soccer, because depending on where you foul, you could potentially give up an incredible opportunity like Chaparral has now to score off of the free kick. But I think she would have been gone hadn't it been for the foul. And depending on what happens next, I think that's a decent foul to have given.
Very smart foul as a player like Schlegel. And when she's in, you know she's going to score. But now no card was given. And Elliott Edwards will take the free kick. Will she shoot? Will she pass? This is a shooting placement. And goal! Elliott Edwards with the hat trick. Holy cow. What a shot by Elliott Edwards.
Oh, now I can say, give her the hat trick.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. Incredible, incredible, incredible. She gets that game ball tonight, no doubt about it. And Chaparral, the dominant team all night long. 27:43 left to play in this game. Chaparral with a 4-0 lead. We'd like to take this time to remind you that this game is sponsored in part by Kunjani Coffee and Chaparral Deca. Kunjani Coffee seems to have a new drink flavor every single time we go in there, and it creates a great experience for us trying new things and expanding our taste in coffee. Stop in there today or tomorrow, get yourself a nice drink, and sit with friends. And by Chaparral Deca. Chaparral Deca has been with us throughout the ride this entire year. We thank them so very much, and we hope to keep them for the rest of this year and next year.
And every year.
Every year, yeah. Till the end of CBN. Let's keep DECA with us. Great people there. Miss Mossman, an incredible sponsor for them.
And now I don't know if Dakota Ridge has realized it, but they are losing 4-0, and so a sense of urgency needs to be taking place.
It seemed like they're trying to do something there, but Chaparral is hanging back. Right now, there's 5 of them staying behind the midfield line, and
as now Schlegel's through to Sid Mullen will go too much, and Pavlova will get there, but a bad trap by O'Keefe. And a pass right to McKenna Wilson. But McKenna Wilson's clearance stolen away, and now it's just Swain, defender, who will win the race. And oh, Swain gets pushed from behind, and that was what made,
I'm going to say this is Chaparral ball.
that's what made the goalie lose possession of the ball, as that is a good call, as Swain was pushed from behind into the goalie, and then the goalie lost possession, and the linesman actually came in and called that one.
The Dakota Ridge fans here, the parents and the fans that traveled out to tonight's game, did not like that at all. I don't think they really realized exactly what had happened, but from a perspective of not knowing exactly what happened, I totally understand their confusion there. That was a late call of whose ball it was, and I understand the whistle there was very confusing.
And now, an opportunity there for Dakota Ridge, but she slips up on the turf monster. And now a great pass by Boulay, but
this game just picked up 20 notches in intensity.
and now, wow, very strong header, as you could hear it all the way from up here.
I think that's the soccer equivalent of a basketball rejection, would you say not?
I would definitely say so. And now Dakota Ridge trying to push up, but Elliot Edwards says no. And her pass to Miyazawa. But Miyazawa's pass stolen away, but back to Chaparral. And we're going to get a foul called on Edwards there. So we're going to get a free kick at about midfield.
You know, the one thing that's really surprised me is how much it has cooled down tonight. Tonight it was not sweltering hot, but for spring it was very hot, and getting into the night it's chilly. So how does that affect the soccer players as it gets colder and colder as the night goes on and on? Does it affect them much because their bodies are already warmed up, or does it have an effect on how the ball bounces and how everything else is played?
Well, playing in the cold, your lungs, it's harder for your lungs. You don't sweat as much, so that's not a factor. But the ball gets as hard as a rock, and especially on headers, it hurts, and sometimes trapping the ball. And
incredible battle going on there.
But the ball gets harder a lot for sure. But
does the field act? Grass is usually not something that would be much of a factor, but with turf, knowing how unreasonable turf can get at times, does turf change the way it plays as it gets colder or hotter during a day?
Well, it certainly changes when it gets hotter. When it's hotter, it's really, really, really hot on the turf. But when it's nice and cool like it is today, it's perfect. It's not too hot, and it doesn't get that cold, and it's nice being on the turf.
Does it affect play at all, though? The way the ball bounces, the way the players actually can dig their feet into the turf itself, does that change at all as temperatures change?
Not as much with the temperature change, hotter or colder, but there's always some changes to anything.
22:10 left to play in this second and most likely final half, unless the Eagles pull off a miracle of miracles within the last 22. Chaparral sitting back now, and rightfully so. You opened a 4-0 lead, and we're not even halfway through the second half, and you deserve that rest for your players and allowing them to, you know what, take a breather, get on defense, keep that lead.
And now, the heading attempt goes overhead, and now Schlegel's going to win the race for the ball. Schlegel's going to bring it into the box. Shot. Oh, just goes wide. As you could see what she was doing there. She was bringing it into the middle of the box. And so, therefore, the goalie's going to think it's going to be far post, but you sneak one in near post, but just a little too wide.
You
there.
could see the curve. I mean, that ball had a rightwards curve like no one would believe it. Is her left foot her strong or weak foot?
I don't think she has a weak foot. She can.
Maybe not, but that ball had some serious curve on it and just wide. I don't think Pavlova would have been able to have gotten there if that shot had been on goal.
Now Rafik the Freak with a shot off the post and out. The goalie Pavlova did not touch the ball, but needless to say, very, very close opportunity.
Soccer is a game of inches. Had that been over to the right more, maybe Pavlova would have stopped it. Maybe she wanted to have, and then the last shot, then the other shot that just curved wide right. I mean, it's gonna be 5-0, 5-0 within the last minute.
Now pass gets deflected, and instantly Dakota Ridge is on the attack. And we're going to get a foul called on Dakota Ridge as McKenna Wilson stole the ball away and then got tripped up by the Dakota Ridge forward.
One thing I find really noticeable is how if we look at the Chaparral bench, there are a lot of extra players that Chaparral can go to, which right now we can acknowledge that as they have a lot of depth on their roster. We look at the Dakota Ridge bench, there seems to be considerably less people.
Yeah, and what Chaparral likes to do is they like to swing a lot of players from junior varsity, and they swing the best ones, and if they need them, they'll use them, and the coaches will never be surprised if they make good of their chances, which they usually do. But you said it right. I see about 3-4 subs for Dakota Ridge, and that's you got to have more than that because your players are going to get tired, and especially playing an 80-minute game. And
I mean, yeah, if we're looking at professional players that get only 3 substitutions an entire game, here you can sub as much as you want, but most of your girls are going to be playing 80 minutes, nearly nonstop, and I'm sure some of them will play nonstop, and that's asking a lot out of high school students.
it is, but if they're up to the challenge,
Let
I'm
'em
sure
play.
they could succeed. As Burnaby, the throw-in goes right to Dakota Ridge as they'll try and clear, and they will. And on the counterattack, McKenna Wilson, LaFleur sends it up, and it's going to be a goal kick for Dakota Ridge. With 17:45 remaining in this game, Chaparral Wolverines have demandedly have this game under control. 4-0 here. And 3 of goals in which came from sophomore Elliott Edwards. 2 in the first 10 minutes and 15 minutes, and an own goal there on a centering pass by Ali Schlegel for the 3rd goal. Edwards got the 4th goal on a free kick right outside the box.
Oh, we said smart foul, right? Yeah, no, not necessarily a smart foul, but I did like the foul there. I think if you're going to foul to prevent someone from getting in, I think it's much better to take your chance on a free kick rather than...
Schlegel's cross goes to opposite side of the box to Rafik the Freak, who turns shots. And it goes through the uprights for a field goal.
7-0 Chaparral.
Oh, wait.
This isn't football. Well, it is.
But
I
it
guess
is
it is
football.
football. Well, wait a minute. Let's backtrack this. It's not American football. This is the original football.
The world's football.
Soccer, of course, the most played sport in the world. Understandably so. You don't need much to play soccer. Get yourself something that's round and set yourself up 2 nets and boom, soccer.
And it is very fun to play once you get the hang of things, too.
Yes, a simple sport, but still a sport that requires so much skill, and what I honestly think is probably one of the most demanding sports there are, especially professional levels. Playing nearly 90 straight minutes of soccer is incredible. People always say that, oh, it's soccer, it's not a sport, but I don't think people realize that how fit these players have to be, how much skill it actually requires.
Now Burnaby looking for the cross into the box. A great move, get around the defender. The shot, goal! Goal! Burnaby with the goal, and what a pretty goal there. Oh my goodness.
Chaparral's unstoppable right now. No one can stop Chaparral right now, and I feel bad for Pavlova. She's trying her hardest, just these shots are just getting right by her.
And what a goal there by Tori Burnaby. And wow, that ball almost went out for a goal kick. She kept it in. She swiftly got away from the from the defender, and then sneaks it into the near post. And oh man, Pavlova can't like that. Such a pretty shot like that. Now foul on Chaparral about 25 yards out. Let's see if they'll cross it in or if the free kick taker will have enough leg to get it in there. Accurately enough.
We've seen from their corners, they've been much more accurate on their corners than Chaparral has.
Now the shot, and it's saved, but the forward hit the goalie. And the shot off the crossbar and out. And oh my goodness, what an opportunity there by Dakota Ridge. But now here comes Chaparral on the counter, and it gets cleared away.
That has to kill you as a team. Golden opportunity, the goalie's down, open net, and
now through ball, can Schlegel get there? She won't. It doesn't matter if she did or not because she was offsides.
But you have to feel for this Dakota Ridge team. That hurts even for me, knowing that opposition, such a golden opportunity, and what does it do? It bangs off the goalpost. You got to feel for them.
Well, Blazak went up. She caught the ball, and then she got hit by the Dakota Ridge forward, and that's, in my opinion, that should have been called as a foul, but it didn't. And the rebound off the crossbar. But now here's a chance as Blazak's out, but the clearance away, and oh, that was a great opportunity by Dakota Ridge, but good defense. And now a misplacement of the ball, and Lafleur sends it away.
Now, credit to the referees. They're letting them go at it late in this game.
And now, I don't know if she was trying to chip the air or not, but as what I will call that, a shankopotamus, as an easy save by Blazak. Now, beautiful punt, but the defender gets there first. Now, great play there. And here comes Chaparral. Great move there by Edwards. She sends it through to Schlegel. Is she on? Yes, but the goalie, Pavlova, will get there first. And the ball almost went into the stands on that one. She was really anxious to clear that. Didn't want to make this 6-0.
That surprised me how many forwards Chaparral brought there. I mean, half the team was attacking. I mean, that shows Chaparral's character. This game may be over statistically in the storms of there's no way Dakota Ridge is coming back, but Chaparral's still not letting up.
Yeah, but that's That's what you need for a first game. You need to get a lot of goals so your team gets a feel for what it's like to score. And with Chaparral, they know how to score. We saw that last year, and more promising of a year this year. And
Oh, absolutely. When you don't score, whenever you do score, it feels so incredible, almost along the feelings of, oh my gosh, we just scored, we won the game form of feeling right up there. But once you have a team that scores so consistently, it's business as usual. Good, we scored, let's move on, let's score again. And I think that's the perfect mentality Chaparral should go into with every single game. We scored, good, move on, rinse, dry, repeat. That cycle will definitely win Chaparral many games.
now the corner kick by McKenna Wilson. In and a header. Oh, what a goal line save. And then it is a goal by, I believe, Ali Schlegel. Yes, Ali Schlegel. 6-0 Chaparral with 11:09 left in the game, as a beautiful placement on that corner kick by Wilson. The header, a goal line save, goes right to Ali Schlegel, who taps it in, and it is 6-0 Chaparral.
Does there come a time, Ryan, when you know that this game is over? We've known that for a bit now. But is there a time when you replace your goalie and give your backup a chance to prove themselves that, hey, why don't we let you take a chance, whether depending on how well you do or whatever? It doesn't matter at this point. Just get some playing time with these varsity players.
Well, some teams, some coaches might do that, but for a goalkeeper's sake, you want to get that clean sheet, that whole 80-minute clean sheet.
Oh, no, I'm talking for Dakota Ridge. I'm sorry,
Oh,
not
for
Chaparral.
Dakota Ridge.
No, yeah, you want that clean sheet if you're Chaparral. But for Dakota Ridge at this point.
Well, for Dakota Ridge, I think, I would put in the backup. Pavlova has not had a convincing night, and she, well, I don't believe they have a backup goalkeeper to tag along. Their freshman goalkeeper's hurt, and there wasn't another goalkeeper on the roster. So if there was another goalkeeper, I think you could and should, but that's not the case here, and is a shot saved by Blazek.
Blazek, that ball almost got away from her, and that's incredible. She noticed immediately that ball was starting to squirm out from underneath her, and what does she do? She pounces right on it.
And now a beautiful punt, and there's Schlegel in.
She's the most accurate passer on this team.
And Schlegel in for the shot. What a save by Pavlova, robbing Schlegel.
What a great save, though. I mean, that desperation mode ran right up to Schlegel and basically said, not right now. I've allowed so many goals. It's time we stop it. And aggressive move by Pavlova pays off big.
And just under 10 minutes to go, actually now under 9 minutes to go, Pavlova denied a 7-0 opportunity for Chaparral. And now Chaparral is going to get a corner kick. McKenna Wilson will take this one, and if it's anything like the first one, or the last one, we can see a 7-0 game.
I think at that point, Pavlova just couldn't see where that ball was. There's so many people around her.
Now they missed the header, but then the rebound blocked. Header by Schlegel, and it's a goal!
Now I don't want to jump to conclusions like I did the last time. That's also her third, is it not?
Unless they give the centering pass off the defender an own goal, which is what seems to happen a lot in soccer, and that is technically an own goal because it got deflected by the defender into the net. But if they did give it to Schlegel, yes, that would be her third goal of the night, and that would be 2 hat tricks by 2 players in one game. But Another corner kick success for Chaparral. It is 7-0. And now the referee,
Just telling the clock to play on.
yep, the referee tells the clock keeper to keep the clock rolling at all times. And now Dakota Ridge, some energy here, trying to at least get one in their first game of the year.
I think
And a good move, a shot right to the goalkeeper.
if you're Dakota Ridge, you're playing for keeps at this point. You want to prove to your coach, hey, we may have lost big, but we're not going out without swinging. And I think a goal here would really boost their mentality right now.
And heading into the next game, they could use a goal like that. But this defense of Chaparral and, I mean, their goalkeeper depth as well is just, it's unpenetrable.
Dakota Ridge wasting no time off that throw.
And now I would not be surprised if Chaparral went more offensive or defensive here. If you go a little more defensive and conservative, you got just under 7 minutes to go. You have 7-0 lead. But at the same time, you never want to let your players know that the game's over, because we've seen crazier things in soccer. But you never want to give your players the mentality of the game is over.
No, not at all. We'd like to take this time to remind you that this game is sponsored in part by Kunjani Coffee, located right off of Parker and Lincoln. Stop by there for what seems to be a new creation every single time you come in there. And by Chaparral Deca, we thank you for your near full season-long sponsorship, and we hope to continue with you.
As your philosophy was right, Reagan, and I stood to be wrong, as Dakota Ridge replaced their goalkeeper.
Oh, they did,
We
yeah.
have a new goalkeeper in net for Dakota Ridge, and
I think at this point, it's not anything against your goalie. I think at this point you're beyond the whole anger and disappointment thing. It's a disappointing night if you're Dakota Ridge, no doubt about that. But your offense hardly got anything going.
and now good play by Schlegel. She's in, a nice move, and then a shot's just wide there.
But like I was saying, I think as Dakota Ridge, it's nothing against Pavlova at this point. It's just we're already down so much. Give your backup a chance to play with the big girls at this point and just kind of let them say maybe they're your surprise starter as the year continues on.
And I agree 100% with you. Got to have them get some experience for the future. And Pavlova did not have the greatest of nights. But right now, both the Freaks are on. Rafik the Freak #1 and Rafik the Freak. That is a handful. That is a tongue twister. I'm just going to stick to Rafik for right now. But Schlegel has it in the box. Ball gets away from her, but she'll get it back. She does to Burnaby across. Cleared out. And now a shank on that pass attempt to the winger. And it's a throw-in for Chaparral.
Tonight, again, like we keep saying with Pavlova, I can't blame all of this on her. There have been many Chaparral shots that have been so incredibly well placed that even the most experienced goalie would have had a tough time getting to. But also the fact Dakota Ridge's offense was very, very stagnant all night long. Did not help her at all.
Exactly. Exactly right. But we just saw there from Rafik the Freak #2, a beautiful through pass to Miwazawa, but the cross was deflected. But both of those freaks, and I mean that in a good way, both are freshmen, and they're proving why they're on varsity. And now McKenna Wilson passing to Miwazawa to Swain. And Chaparral's just kind of letting the last 3 minutes go here.
If I'm not mistaken, isn't Malik Rafiq a junior? Because I'm pretty sure she is. Let me check the score sheet. She is, but her sister
is
a
the
freshman. Keeping the Rafiq family line going there for Chaparral soccer. Both of them looked very, very strong tonight. It's 2:50 left to play in this game. The good guys in white, the good girls in white, lead 7-0.
And I apologize to Rafiq the Freak. She's a junior. That is my apologies there, but her younger sister is proven why she should be on varsity tonight.
No doubt about it. Tonight has been all Chaparral since the first kickoff, and it's good to see Chaparral looking in form very first game of the season.
And now Dakota Ridge trying to get that 0 off the board, but that defense is staggering, and oh my goodness, it's beautiful. Now Wilson will send it out. And with just under 2 minutes to go, it is 7-0 Chaparral Wolverines over the Dakota Ridge Eagles. And very, very good, bearing any absolute definition of miracles. A very good win for the first game of the year for Chaparral.
No question. It was Chaparral all the way. And even when they played defensive, they played offensive at the same time. I like the way Chaparral's team has been structured this year. I think this whole attacking and defending midfielders, depending on what point of the game it is, has worked incredibly well for Chaparral.
Now the backup goalie actually touched with her hands outside of the box. No call. It doesn't really matter at this point, but last minute to go, and all of a sudden Chaparral is completely offensive, looking like they need a goal. Schlegel shot, goal!
Well, if there was any doubt about her last goal being an own goal or not, there's none there.
Allie Schlegel, goal! Her fourth or third of the night. I'm pretty sure it's the third. So they probably credited that third goal as an own goal, but they didn't stop it all tonight. It was 2-0 at halftime, Chaparral, and now it is 8-0 in the last 10 seconds of the game. They might just kick it down here. 2 seconds left. And there is the game, 8-0, Chaparral over Dakota Ridge. 3 goals from Elliot Edwards, 2 in the first half, a goal from Burnaby, and 4 goals for Allie Schlegel. What a great night of soccer for Chaparral. And
if you would have told me that at full time the score would have been 8-0, I would have said, you're crazy. Absolutely no way. But 2.5 hours later, full time, 8-0, and clean sheet for Chaparral. That's definitely a way you want to start the season. Any team would be ecstatic with the win they got tonight. We'd like to thank you for watching this presentation of Chaparral High School Sports on the Chaparral Broadcasting Network. We'll end this with a word from our sponsors, and we'd like to thank Johnny for being one of our sponsors for tonight. Till our next broadcast, which will be Tuesday. Hopefully we have this live streaming stuff figured out by then. Good night, and please have a safe weekend.
Climb higher with Chaparral DECA. With nearly 215,000 international members, we challenge you to be the leaders of tomorrow's business world. Learn practical skills for the real world while making a difference in your community. Travel the country, meet business professionals, and get a leg up on your college application. Join today by enrolling in a marketing class. Chap DECA. Join us now or work for us later.